Hello and welcome to another video by MathCat. If you liked my previous videos, please hit the subscribe button and give it a like. And here on this video, we are going to deal with SAT prep. So the first question I have here, and just as a side note, these questions were found from the Princeton Review SAT prep book. So if you would like to get that book, I use the 2021 version. So let's deal with a few questions found in this book. Now, this is a really good book. I really do recommend it. Fantastic book for math problems. So here, the first question says, computer production at a factory occurs during 2 shifts, as shown in the chart above. Well, the chart's below here. If computers are produced only during the morning and afternoon shifts, on which of the following pairs of days is the greatest total number of computers produced? And so what we understand from this question is that we are dealing with 2 shifts. We're dealing with the morning shift and the afternoon shift. So we need to find the pair of days which would equal to the greatest total number of computers produced. And so what the question's basically asking is the morning plus the afternoon shift, M for morning and A for afternoon, equals a number, right? And so we want to find the 2 days with the highest number of computers produced. So how we do this is we are going to add horizontally. And what I mean by that is for Monday, we have 200 and 375. And so what we're going to do here is 200 plus 375. And so on and so forth. So for Tuesday, it would be 245 plus 330, 245 plus 330, and then Wednesday would be 255 plus 340, excuse me. For Thursday would be 250 plus 315, and for Friday would be 225 plus 360. So go ahead and use your calculator to add it all up. 200 plus 375 is 575. And if anyone is curious about which calculator I'm using to do the calculations, it is a regular TI-84 Texas Instrument calculator. So then we have for Tuesday, 245 plus 330. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Which equals to 575. 255 plus 340 for Wednesday will give us 595. 250 plus 315 is going to be 565. And go ahead and add 225 with 360. You should get 585. So based on the information we have here, we notice that the 2 largest numbers, because we're dealing with the highest number of computers sold. So the 2 largest numbers here is Wednesday's number, which is 595, and Friday's number, which is 585. So we don't need to calculate what 595 and 585 is. This is our answer choice. We have C, Wednesday, and Friday. So for the next question, it says, which of the following represents a statement, the sum of the squares of x and y is equal to the square root of the difference of x and y? So this is a word problem, right? For this word problem, we have a few really important words. So we have sum, square, and the difference of x and y is subtraction. And so what we have here is the sum of squares. So sum of squares, we're adding x and y. The sum of the squares of x and y. So let's put a positive sign in between. We know we're going to have x and y. And because the problem states squares of x and y, we are squaring both x and y. See, if it said square of x and it didn't have the and in between x and y, it would just be x squared. But because it says x and y, we know that we're squaring each one separately. Put that equal sign because the next part is equal to, so we put the equal sign, to the square root, let's draw out that square root, of the difference of x and y. Difference of x and y will just be x minus y. Now, don't get confused with the option C, where it says x plus y whole squared equals to square root x minus square root y. So this is incorrect. That is incorrect. And so the correct answer is written here in blue. It is x squared plus y squared equals to square root x minus y. Okay, then let's go to the next problem. So the next problem states that if a is equal to -2, then a plus a squared minus a cubed plus a to the raised to the power 4 minus a raised to the power 5 equals what? Now, I know this might seem like a really easy answer, but if you don't know how to put it in your calculator correctly, and you don't put in the parentheses correctly in the statement, you might get this wrong. So let's take it piece by piece. So we know that a is equal to -2. So here we're going to have a, I'm just rewriting this whole statement, a plus a squared minus a cubed plus a to the power 4 minus a to the power 5 equals. So here we have -2 plus -2 whole squared minus -2 cubed plus -2 to the power 4 minus -2 to the power of 5. So notice here that I put the -2 in parentheses, and I did this so that it is clear on which part we're actually raising to the power of a number. So this is exactly how you want to write it in your calculator. And if you write it just like this, you should come up with the answer 58. So it'll be D. Last question we have for this video is this one. So it says 9 raised to the -2 is equal to 1/3 x. What is the value of x? So what we know here is that 9 is raised to a power of -2. And whenever you raise something to the power of a negative number, you take the reciprocal. So here it'll be 1/9 squared. So once a 2 comes into the denominator, it becomes positive. Equals to 1/3 to the power of x. Now, once we have this, we can just plug it in. We can plug in these numbers found on the question into x to see which number will work for this. So 1/9 squared, remember, is 1/81, equals to 1/3 to the power of x. So if we do x is equal to 1, we get 1/81 equals to 1/3 to the power of 1, which is 1/81 equals to 1/3. So this is not right. Then we can do in a different color, we can do x is equal to 2. So we have 1/81 equals to 1/3 squared. And this will be 1/81 equals to 1/9. Now this is also not true. We can go into the next number, which is 4. X is equal to 4. And we have 1/81 equals to 1/3 to the power of 4. Remember, I'm not showing here, but the 1 is being also raised to the power of that x number, that x value. And so here it'll be 1 squared over 9. And then here it'll be 1 cubed to the power of 1. So we notice that we do get 1/81 on both sides. And remember that since we're working with an equation, we have to have the same value on both sides equal to each other. And so that is correct. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and leave a comment down below if you like this type of SAT content. I would be more than happy to present more SAT math material. And if you can kindly subscribe, I would really appreciate it. It helps this channel out. Thank you so much for watching MathCat, and see you in the next video.